Hi, I'm Allison for Leading Edge Dog Show Academy, and today we're going to talk about some hot tips for keeping your dog's energy level up at the dog show. So what we're talking about here is kind of strategies that you can use if you have a dog that maybe doesn't have a whole bunch of energy at the dog show and you really want to conserve that energy. So some of my tips for this are, first of all, make sure your dog's getting a good night's sleep. And that sounds like kind of dumb or redundant, but it's true, right? So a lot of times what happens is, especially if we're going to dog shows and we're sharing a hotel room with our friends, it ends up that our dogs aren't sleeping, right? So they're either not sleeping because there's too many people in the room, maybe they're playing with your friend's dogs all night. So if I have a dog that doesn't have a lot of energy for the dog show, I am going to make sure the night before they get a really good sleep. So in a hotel room, they're in a crate, and in a comfortable crate. That crate might need to be covered up so they are actually sleeping. At the dog show, same thing. I'm not going to put my dog like on an aisleway where every person that walks by just gets them up and so they're always looking out their crate door and not actually relaxing either before I have to start grooming them or whatever the case may be. So again, I'm gonna set up my crate. I like to find a wall and set up my crate so kind of facing a wall. So there's my crate, then my table, then a wall, or at least not on an aisle. And again, do you need to cover that crate up, right? So that it's more cave-like, more den-like for our dogs and they can actually relax. Sometimes a white noise machine is really useful here as well. And sometimes that white noise machine can double duty. It can be a fan, right? So if it's warm at all, keeping our dogs cool also helps with their energy level. So you can have that fan on, it provides white noise and keeps them nice and cool. I'm going to make sure my dog is pottied early in the morning, knows what it needs to do. If I'm somebody that takes my dog for a 5K run every day, it's not going for a 5K run at the dog show, right? It's going to just get enough exercise to stretch his legs, but I really want to conserve that energy. I might use something about half an hour before I go in the ring and then 10 minutes before I go in the ring, like NutriCal, that just is kind of like a Snickers bar for our dogs. Or I also use honey. I think honey is another great one. And just kind of having that calm, cool, and collected demeanor till right before I go in the ring, right? I'm not going to be around a bunch of loud, noisy dogs if I can help it, right? I'm not, if I know, I might love my friend, but her dogs might be just super high energy and just pull the energy out of my dogs. That's fine. We all need to do what's best for our dogs. And then of course, one of my favorite tips is before I get my dog on the table, off the table and going into ringside, I'm going to have them on a wet towel at ringside. So that wet towel can serve to cool them down, help keep them from slipping as they go around the ring, but also it tells my dog that it's 10 minutes to ring time, right? So it's 10 minutes till they go in the ring. And at that point, I might start, thinking about my dog's energy level when I go in the ring. I might have those extra things once I get in the ring that they see. So that might be a special piece of bait or a special toy. Now, a note about this is that the only way that your high value treat or high value toy stays high value is if you're not using it every day. You can only actually use it when you are at the dog show. If you're using it for training at home, training in a handling class, or even training that morning at the dog show, it starts to become no longer high value. So you want to really just keep your dog calm, cool, and collected, and then bring out that high value treat or toy when you actually need it in the ring and you need that energy. I also really try to get my energy level up at the appropriate time, right? So I'm not outside the ring going, oh my God, I hope you show Oki, and really getting him going, because that's gonna be wasted for when I go in the ring. I'm gonna keep him calm, cool, and collected, at ringside. He's gonna know that he has to have his head and his tail in the right place. But as soon as I go in the ring, it's gonna be oh, good boy, Oki, there you are, and just get him really excited. That's when I pull out the high value toy. That's when I pull out the high value treat, and we make him excited and using his energy. So my little recap is starting the night before, making sure our dogs have a good night's sleep. Especially important if you're not staying at home or you're sharing a hotel room with somebody your dog doesn't normally have in their life, right? And I don't want to discourage people from spending time with their friends and saving money and all those things, but also just recognize what it may or may not be doing to your dog's energy level. At the dog show, again, nice quiet place. Depending on the weather and your dog's breed, maybe their crate should be in the car, right? and they just come out in time to be groomed or something, so that you know that they're resting. You know, that's not always advisable depending, you know, where the parking lot is, how hot or cold it is outside, but something to consider. And then making sure that your dog is on that wet towel before they go in the ring, and your energy level is ready to go up once you get in that ring with that high value toy or high value treat. So I hope that these little tips in making sure that you're conserving your dog's energy until it's time to go in the ring makes sense to you. This is a topic that we have a lot more content about. So if you wanted to head over to Leading Edge Dog Show Academy, we do have a webinar all about conserving energy and how to get that low energy show dog into the ring. So I invite you to take a check at that. And thank you so much for watching. I hope that helped.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching today's video. Please leave us a comment below, let us know what you thought, and as well, if you have any ideas for future content that you'd like to see, you can put them down there as well. You can head over to leadingedgedogshow.academy.com, where you can find our free, premium, and subscription content, and we'd love to have you join us there. As well, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on those notifications, that way you never miss another free video tutorial. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.